Is this the end of my childhood? She asked herself, a 20-something-year-old still living with her family. She didn't mind it, though, living with her family. She was grateful to have a home and a roof over her head. After 27 years of living in the same house, her parents had finally made the decision to move. It was by some sad coincidences that this could happen, but it was an exciting opportunity. The time had finally come to make a change. Of course, the girl was excited too, though she had lived in this house for her whole life. 25 years to be exact, save for her time at university and in London. Now that truly was strange. How could she begin to say goodbye to something so vast, something that encapsulated what it meant to grow and become the person she was today? Like a plant to repot, first it must be uprooted. The roots must be untangled, combed out and prepared for their new home. Some roots don't make it. They snap off and are returned to the earth, but soon fresh soil covers the roots that remain and the plant is able to grow into its new home. We can't expect to grow if we don't change anything, so she became content with the idea, the 20-something-year-old girl. This would be good for her family and good for her, she thought. Slowly, the family, a mother, father and 3 daughters, made their way through the house, carefully placing beloved belongings into neat cardboard boxes. They'd been constructed earlier that day. It became exciting to discover hidden gems and lost memories, things that were so strongly sewn into the seams of their childhood. She called out, "Mom, I found my Nintendo." That day it felt like the world knew. It had been raining for weeks, so much so that the gentle pitter-patter had become the soundtrack of their lives. But then the rain stopped, beaming bright colours across the sky. The birds taught the girl how to fly away from the nest, teaching the family how to say goodbye. Goodbye to the house. Goodbye to the places they had come to know so well. Goodbye to the wreck. She fondly reminisced the many times she'd spent there. It took her many years to realise that others refer to their own recreation ground as the wreck, but she knew the wreck was hers and would always be the best. Dog walks, friends, sports and picnics, learning how to skateboard and making videos. It had become an extension of her own garden and the wreck had watched her do it all. Alas, the packing must continue. Begrudgingly she does. They all do. It's a bigger job than any of them realised. With no real method to the madness, she quickly noticed, "Unfortunately, I cannot open my door." She was surrounded by mountains, the peaks and troughs of her life. No one ever really realises how many things they own, even the things that are broken and cannot be fixed. Many items had to be thrown away, and she decided she'd be more conscious in the future. So all day she packed and packed until the evening. The family assembled in their usual places, an evening in the lounge for one last time. And before long, it was time for bed. She climbed over the barricade of boxes and got ready for bed, thinking to herself, "This is so weird. Last night, supposedly sleeping in this room." She awoke to the hustle and bustle, lots of boxes being ferried around to different parts of the house, preparing to transport their lives away. She was rather pleased a new taping dispenser had appeared, and suddenly it felt like the whole process had become a factory production. It could have been weeks since they carefully packed that first box. Whether that same care was being taken today was certainly up for debate. Before long, the moving van arrived. Individuals far more efficient than the family themselves. The house emptied out. The dam had been broken and nothing could stop the flood. Pieces of dirt and glitter appeared. They had hidden away for so long, tucked in the underside of furniture that had been moved for the first time in years. A trail of memories left behind. A mark saying, "We were here." The girl was fond of the house and fond of those memories. The first days of school, when winters became summers, school projects for music, English and ICT all staged in this house. Their sweet little Penny who never knew another home, spending 13 black and white years curled up in her chair or stretched out on the lawn. The girl had almost forgotten about the conflictual swimming pool. A surprise from Dad gone wrong. Her mother couldn't possibly understand why on earth anyone would need a swimming pool in England. But the 3 daughters loved it. They always had so much fun. Hobbies like gymnastics came and went, as did her buck teeth and braces. Spending time with family and friends, getting through GCSEs and A-levels. She even wrote both university dissertations in this house. When the pandemic broke out, the 2 girls returned from university, and lockdown led to some questionable hair choices involving bleach and a shaved head. This home was the forefront of everything, a place to always return. Whenever things went wrong, she knew she could always go back, stepping through the door into that comfortable existence. But now nothing remains. The rooms are empty and echo when you talk. It will never be the same again, but that's okay. Because while an ending is sad, its opposite is far lighter. An ending is a new beginning.